Welcome to Gypsy Road Journey to the Unknown. This is not a regular scheduled show that we do on Tuesday. This is kind of a free for all. I had some people from work ask me what was my 10 movies I liked the most in 2019. And since I don't work with them, I had an experience at Target. I thought I'll talk about it. And I got a lot of chats and emails and inbox I thought I'd go over with on air, good and bad. There's some fun stuff that people said about us, and there's some funny stuff that people said about you and I. So,
I don't know.
And I don't believe to hide nothing. I don't believe to hide anything.
I don't read your posts. I don't know. We'll find out.
No, so trust me, some of the stuff is kind of fun. So, well, I'm gonna start off about Target. Now I know, right, the word Target, but it's kind of a weird kind of I don't know how to explain it. So I'll just kind of say it, and then you can kind of tell me maybe I'm just losing my mind, or I'm crazy, or what is it? Now, actually, there's two things that happened at Target. There was a bitch lady that was bitching at a 20-year-old worker.
Not right.
So this was weird.
She don't get laid. She's upset with other people.
Oh God, these
lady don't get
laid. These certain people. So basically, I was in Target. The wife and daughter was there. They had the cart. They went one direction, and I went to another direction. So I went to another direction, and then I was most all Targets are kind of built the same where things are at. So in the back there was electronics, and then throughout the back part of the store, it seemed like when I was looking down an aisle, it's like I saw visions of the wife and daughter. Then I looked back, they weren't there. It was just weird, but
like the Mandela Effect movie.
I don't know if it was Mandela Effect movie. I don't remember the movie going to Target, but there's one part where finally met up the wife, and she handed me the cart, and there's an aisle. I looked to the left. It was Violet. I mean, it was my daughter Violet.
Yeah.
So I turned around to for a second. I went back, and I looked back, and it wasn't my daughter. It was somebody else. It was
lucky you didn't yell at her.
No, it was just weird because I looked to the right, then I thought I saw the wife, and then she wasn't there. And what was weird is what it felt like was it felt like you got zapped with electricity without the pain, without the touch, like that. So it's like I felt like my eyes went, zzz, but there was like no electricity feel.
Yeah.
So it was just strange. But then I get this cold feeling like, shit, where is everybody? It's like I felt like, and like I'm saying, it was weird. I'm not saying it's not in my head, but I'm like, you felt alone. You're like, I know I seen her. I know I seen her. I know I seen these people. So I'm just walking through part of Target, like all the way down this long thing, and feeling like, am I here by myself? I mean, it's like, am I seeing things? And then I walk all the way down, then all the way down to the right. It's like, there they are. And they were actually there. But I'm like, the weird thing about it was she just handed me the cart where I saw them. So I had the cart. So it wasn't like, how the fuck would they get here, over there, just like that? Because nobody passed me up.
Yeah.
So I'm not trying to say I glanced, but it seemed like all through the first part of the store, I kept like seeing, but I don't see. And then you're feeling like, wow, feel alone. And then you start questioning yourself, like,
am I crazy?
Go to the store by yourself?
Yeah. Wait, did you go to the store by yourself?
No, they were there, but when I got the cart by the electronic area in Target, in the front of the store where all the makeups are, when I finally went all the way down the hallway, all the way there, they were right there. And I was like, how'd you guys get over here so fast? It's like, it was just trippy.
I believe it. No. I had those. I call them the shopping cart moments. It's a shopping cart moment. You have one. It's people say, "What do you mean by shopping cart moments?" I go, "They're fucking real. They actually happen." I mean, I can't explain it. I give an example as, and I shit you not. I'll give you an example of one day, just the weirdest day I had at Fred Meyer from my old house before I sold it. So I get to Fred Meyer, and I go down the aisle for the beer. And I get down, I'm walking the aisle, and there's a lady with a shopping cart, and I call it the shopping cart moment. She stops the shopping cart in front of me and blocks the whole fucking aisle. So, it's skinny aisles. So I'm like, and she's just like, I don't exist. She's just looking at them like, you can say move, but I don't want to deal with people, man. So I go around the other side, and I come around, and there's another lady in front of me, and she stops with a shopping cart right in front of the beer. So I'm like, this is ridiculous. The lady on the other side is there, and she's on this side. So I'm like, this is fucking ridiculous. I'm waiting for them to move. So finally I get into one, and there's another person who stops. And I go, this is getting fucking ridiculous. It's like something keeps talking to me through shopping carts. So I get the beer. I go down. I want to get some beans in the other aisle. So I go for tacos. I go to another aisle, shopping cart. Right in front of the beans, and there's some old random lady looking like, oh, come on. I go, this is not happening. Go around the other side, shopping cart. And I'm like, okay. Now, statistically, it's just a weird day. But this kept happening, and then there was this lady and her kid who, no matter what aisle I went to, they were in. And like, if I went across the other side, I'd look over, and the lady would be in her shopping cart with her kid just picking up random shit. What the fuck? Are you following me around the store? And then I get blocked. Okay, so that's not the weirdest part yet. Let's say I got the weirdest part. So I finally get through it. I call it it's a shopping cart day. I say it's God talking to me day. It's letting me know that the day is not normal. So I'm acknowledging the day's not normal. I'm going to acknowledge it. I'm just going to expect anything. Expect the weirdest shit because it's just that day. So, and I swear to God, dude, I am not fucking lying to you. It was one of them days. Remember them snowstorms they had before I left? The big-ass snowstorms? Nasty snowstorms. So I'm in the self-checkout, and this big old kind of chubby white lady, kind of a scratchy, smoky, white trash lady, nice lady. She's like, there he is. And she points at me, dude. She's in the self-checkout with some dude, and I'm like just beeping my shit. And she goes, that's him. I'm thinking, okay, maybe they're watching. And I'm thinking, and they're talking about me. They're watching my videos. Maybe they're watching my videos. And she comes over and she goes, hi. And I said, hi. And she goes, he has like shoes, but they're like the slipper kind of shoes, like white slipper shoes. She takes it off. She goes, remember these? Dude, I have no fucking clue what the fuck she's talking about. Who are you? And do you remember these? And she goes, this is the guy. And she turns back to the guy again. It's her husband. She goes, he's the only one to help me. And I'm like, what the fuck? She goes, thank you so much. I go, okay. It turns out, and she's explaining to her husband, she goes, he's the guy that helped me out. Yesterday, the day before, she was walking in the store, and it was the snow. She's wearing them dumbass, thin-ass looking like white kung fu shoes, thin-ass cloth you would not be wearing in the snow. But she's wearing them in the snow. And she had got her foot, and it got stuck in the snow. And she'd almost fallen down. And she's trying to pull her foot out of the snow. She fell down. So she's on her knees in the snow with her fucking foot caught in the snow. And so I jumped down. I said, ma'am, do you need help? And apparently is what she said. I picked her up. I patted the snow off her. And I offered to kind of like let her lean, like walk her into the store. And she said she got her shoe on. She's feeling better. And she got herself in there. And she's explaining this to her husband. Dude, I have no fucking clue what she's talking about. She's saying it with 100% passion and clarity. I have no idea what she's talking about. I have no memory of helping this lady. And I was wearing a Superman t-shirt with the S on it. And I just be as the day I'm wearing it. And she says, you're wearing the same Superman shirt. You were a Superman. And I go, okay. At this point, I'm like, no problem, ma'am. Anytime. Anytime. Process my shit and check it out. I'm like, I have no memory of that, dude. It was one of them days. So you might be having one of them days where you're being talked to. It's kind of reminded that it's not real.
It was just weird. Every eye I looked down, I swore it was my wife and daughter. But then I turn around, it's somebody else. I felt like that electricity without the shock. It was just like my eyes went like, it was just weird. And then when I got the card, when I went all the way on the corner, there they were on the other side of the store. I'm like, I just got the card from you. Over here. It was just strange. And of course, inside Target, I was telling you earlier that there was a I don't want to call anybody white trash, but you could tell this lady wasn't like perfect, right? And this lady was yelling at this 20-year-old worker, about there's some you put your clearance items between this stuff. This is not right. Walmart does it right. You should be doing. And it's like yelling at a 20-year-old girl where this this worker has nothing to do where they put things.
I knew it.
Nothing to do.
She's an old white trash woman now. Oh, by the way, what's up, Liminal? Anyway, she's an old. I'm not putting women down. I hope people don't get it wrong. She's an old, bitter, old, fucking chubby ass, old, smoking, fucking left 3 a.m. at the bar. Nobody picks up, fucking kind of woman, and they always end up yelling at the fucking young girls just because they're just angry. They're just angry. This girl was apologizing, ma'am. I'm sorry. I'll bring this back to my supervisor. And she kept going. And then this girl goes. I don't think you're hearing me. I don't think you're listening. And I was like right by her. I'm like, I actually said, you give her a break. She's a worker. Like $100 an hour. Yeah. It's the locals, man.
Is it really that important on where they put all the clearance stuff?
I always question the people that don't wake up, the people that don't have, within the fact that we were talking about, people that don't wake up with certain things. They're not awake, and there's a reason why they're not awake, man. And you could see the reason why some people are not awake. What I'm talking about when we say awake. They're not awake. And there's a reason for it, and that's why they're fucking awful human beings on the inside.
There's no reason to be like that. And when I get into some of these comments, you're gonna see some like.
Oh no!
They're fun. They're fun. I like reading them because they're going to be fun. Like I said, I don't care if they're bad or good. I just want to say what some of these people wrote about us, and I know sometimes. I know sometimes we get in conversations that I don't read everything that's in the chat that we should sometimes, but I don't. Yeah. This is kind of like getting back to some of those chats. You
need to get a wrench. You need to get a wrench in the sidebar. So when you and I talk all the time, preliminals in there, you should give that dude a wrench. So when you and I talk, if anybody talks shit in the sidebar, he can get rid of them. I'm just suggesting.
I know one comment says you should just dump this person. I'm like, nah, I don't want to dump anybody. If they want to talk shit, let them. I like to keep it because people garbage, and I want everybody to know these names who talks garbage.
Well, it's good. I do it too. I tell people when I have wrenches, I'm like, don't dump people for talk. I want people to look like shit. I want them to look like dirt.
Now, before I go into that fun stuff, where'd it go? Did I just lose it?
No.
No.
These are all the comments about it. These are all the.
No, not the comments, because I want to save that because I used before I got laid off. The beautiful world laid off. Everybody used to ask me like my movies and stuff, and I got a couple questions like, what's your 10 movies of like 2019 and now, first of all, I'm an A-list AMC member. I pay for a subscription, so I can go to 3 movies a week. So I go to a lot of movies. So there's so many movies that I saw, I can't remember every single movie. So there could be other movies I put in my list that should have been there, but it's just hard to remember every single thing. So I try to pick movies that I watched twice or 3 times.
Yeah, remember, I'm learning. For those of you guys watching us out there, I don't know. I don't go to the movies. I barely started going to the movies this year. Barely. I can't go. I can barely watch things. Nothing makes sense to me. Movies don't make sense to me. They're god awful. They never used to be like. They're never this bad. I think they're made bad on purpose. This is my idea for the whole agenda. Fucking whatever's going down the pike, who fucking knows? I know everything's garbage. However, my brother he does reviews on movies, so he goes and sees them. So I'm looking forward to hearing about some movies.
So I'm not gonna spend a lot of time on these. Kind of give it a little fast thing, and then we can move on to those fun messages that people message us. So part of my top 10 is now this is like no direct order. Like this is my number 1, number 2, because it's just that's just too hard. Because when you watch a movie, it's whatever when you're in the mood for.
Yeah.
Joker. I have Joker on there because man, I fucking love Joker. It wasn't your typical. It wasn't a comic book story. It's just about how a man has gone crazy and how society didn't help him. They kind of like turn their backs on him. So it's kind of weird that you're rooting for
the bad guy,
serial killer, bad guy, but you can understand how he's getting to a point. So it was like watching a Taxi Driver kind of a movie where a man just goes crazy, and it's not about putting on makeup because he only had the makeup on like more towards the end.
So he was a clown, right? He was a professional clown.
He was a professional clown. He had mental issues that he was seeing a psychiatrist do a government or like a state, and then they kind of turn his back around. But if you like a good, insane on how a movie about somebody going crazy, it's a really good movie. You got to check it out. Ford versus Ferrari, man, that's a hell of a good movie.
What is that about?
Oh, you never heard of Ford versus Ferrari? It's
no. Remember, I don't watch. I don't even look at the movie list anymore. I don't look at anything.
It's
I have no idea.
I don't know why I'm bad with names. It's the Batman guy who plays in Dark Knight, Christian Bale.
Okay. Okay.
Matt Damon. So
Damon. Okay.
So, yeah, see, the movie is a true story. It's a true story where the world race is always. It was always being won by Ferrari. Always been won. It's about a true story on.
Yeah.
They built the Ford to beat the race.
Yeah.
And the movie's exciting and it's really, really well done. We actually saw it when we went to California, Universal Studios. We actually went to their movie theater and saw it, and it was surprisingly really good. The excitement, and it's an interesting true story that they don't really talk about. And what's cool about the true story is the people who even hire them are more evil than the people who are on the Ferrari side. It's how they backstab you, and they want to win, but they don't want. Most races have more than one person racing.
Yeah, of course.
You want to win, but they don't want that one guy to win, even though he's racing for you. So there's a lot of backstabbing shit in this movie, which is really, really good.
Life.
And then now, if you like a good old fashioned horror, kind of a small thriller kind of a movie,
I miss them. I used to watch them all the time.
Crawl is good. Crawl is made by Sam Raimi. Sam Raimi's production company.
Like you're crawling.
It's in Florida. There's a town that the ocean storm brushed right into the town, and it brought in alligators.
No.
It sounds lame, but it's not lame. It's good action. Alligators in people's houses. Hey, Patrick's on. Hey, Patrick, you want to jump on? You can. The link's up there. So this alligator gets in these houses, and alligators eating people. So Crawl is it's that good old fashioned Sam Raimi. He's the one who made Evil Dead and stuff. So this is his production company. Yeah. So it's got that old fashioned. It's like hour 30 minutes. It's not long at all.
Made by Evil Dead. So that's going to be kind of fast paced.
There's some good marks.
Snip like quick scenes. It'll throw you in there, kind of get you into. Wow, what the fuck happened?
Oh yeah,
Okay,
and,
it's like,
I know you're thinking people are thinking alligators from
cheese.
coming in from the ocean.
I like cheese. I'm so sick of fucking possessed people. I'm so sick of supernatural garbage. I like good old fashioned like fucking. I like good old fashioned like shark killing, like shark movies, alligators,
Yeah.
piranhas, flying piranhas. I want to see. I want to see angry cats, like fighting cat. In fact, I don't know if you remember this. Now, I think you have. Maybe you haven't. It was a movie that William Shatner came out in the 70s. William Shatner was in this movie, and it's called Night of the Lupus.
No, I remember. I haven't seen it in 30 years, but
but it's the giant rabbits, and they have these monster rabbits that are like killing. They're like, even the rabbits are not even scary. So they zoom in on a rabbit like it's huge, like a King Kong kind of the size of a rabbit, and it's coming in as like it's chewing on grass. But you're like, I don't understand why people didn't even run. But it's called Night of the Lupus. For those of you out there want to, or also Attack of the Killer Tomatoes.
Oh, Attack of the Killer Tomatoes is one of
them. Attack of the Killer Tomatoes.
Oh, those
killer movie.
Sometimes those cheese movies are the best. Here's another good recommendation for good cheese movies. I know I'm going off my list here, but if you guys want to really see a really good cheese movie, this might be crazy. It's rock and roll, but there's a original movie in the 80s called Trick or Treat, not the one that came out like 5 years ago. Trick or Treat, where a guitar singer named Sammy Kerr. So basically, Sammy Kerr was banned from his own school to play there. He was banned everywhere, and he burnt up in a fire. And it's where this geeky kid that everybody picks on gets his record. That's like Sammy Kerr's last record, and then the record starts playing backwards. And then he starts to he comes out. It's a cheese. It's cheese, and he shoots like electricity out of a guitar, but it's that awesome cheese. And the guy who plays the Sammy Kerr was just some dancer on some dance show, the Golden Solid Gold something.
Solid Gold, yeah.
But it was a good cheese.
Trick or Treat, man. Remember, you and I would watch Trick or Treat on Trick or Treat.
Yes, and that kid who played in it used to be on the Family Ties show.
And even the music was good. The
music was good.
Is good.
And I remember the band who made they were called like Fastway. A band called like Fastway. And the voice, guys, it's a good cheese. If you like good cheese, find it.
Trick or Treat. Remember, it's called Trick or Treat. You guys,
the original, not the one from 8 years ago. You got to be from the 80s.
Okay, you got to look for Lupus, Night of the Lupus, Attack of the Killer Tomatoes, and then Trick or Treat. There we go. Keep going. Keep on with your new hits.
Oh, I know. There's just so many cheese. We could do a whole show just on cheese. Evil Speak is a good cheese. I mean, there's so many cheese out there.
The cheese, man.
There's another one on my list that's actually a horror thriller. I guess you want to say it's called Ready or Not. Okay. Ready or Not was a huge surprise. Okay.
Really?
Ready or Not is basically where this blonde girl gets being married into this family, this very powerful, rich family. And they get married. Now, during this dinner, there's a ritual. There's a ritual that they have to do when a new person gets married. Oh. And it's like you got to pull out a card, and whatever the card goes, that's the kind of game you play. So what the game is, the card is they have to hunt you. They got to find you. But they don't tell her that they have to hunt and kill her because she has to die. If she doesn't die, they will all die with the curse. So the movie is this whole family is out to kill her. And of course, the movie where she becomes a badass and a lot of them gets killed and they accidentally kill each other. So it's just crazy. It's just crazy.
It's a typical family. Like grandma.
You and your grandma, aunts, cousins, they're all there. There's like 8 of them, and the maid's in on it. And it's like when you get married, if they don't kill you, have to get married on a certain day before a certain time or something. So it's like their son's got to go find a wife or a husband or whatever. It's just, trust me, at the end of the movie, it's just fucking crazy. It's nuts. It's called Ready or Not, and you have to die or they're gonna die.
Okay, that's interesting.
Trust me.
Interesting. Chase me down.
Yeah. I'm not gonna talk about this movie. I do have Rise of Skywalker on my movie, but I'm not gonna talk about it. But we already talked enough about that movie. One of the cool superhero movies I thought I liked during the year. Might be a surprise to a lot of people. I like Shazam. And I think Shazam, the movie,
What is
the
that?
movie's great. And I think one of the reasons why I like the movie is because if you remember this, when you and I were kids, we're in the mountains. We got autographs from the guy who plays Shazam in the black and white TV show.
Yeah, the real
the
Shazam.
old 80s show.
Hold on. Croft Superstars. Supercroft Superstars or Croft Superstars. What was it called? Supercroft Superstars? I can't remember the Croft Superstars. Yeah.
And this movie was surprisingly was really, really, really well. I mean, and in the end, what they did with the superhero thing. Oh, somebody's jumping on. Who's this? It's
Prelim. Prelim. But you got your he's mic'd on. He's got his mic on.
Yeah, because it says his mic is mute.
Yeah. Oh, he's in. How you doing, dude? I'm gonna shut up for a second and let you guys. It's not my show, so you guys can talk for a second.
No, so Shazam was a good surprise of a movie for me. Like I said, it kind of brings me back that childhood memory when you and I are in the mountains hunting, and then knowing the real actor Shazam was a hunter.
Yeah, he was a hunter. He was in a fucking, and he's in a freaking mobile home, vehicle.
Yeah.
And just like in the video, the actual movie, the TV series where he had that little ball, that circle thing with the little boop, 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 boop color bulbs, and he would be told to go do some superhero shit by like the Guardians or whatever from the heavens or whatever, I don't know, from outer space. And he'd put on his uniform and go, Shazam, Shazam, Shazam. But this one's about a kid, right? That turns into a superhero?
Yeah, this was more of a kid. I've always said I enjoy Marvel, but I enjoy DC a little bit more. I just do. That's just personal. That's my personal opinion. And then I don't know if I haven't heard the voice of our guest. I don't know if his mute is off or can I hear you?
Hey, Eric, Robert.
Okay, I can hear him.
There's the man.
Now,
I got to talk to him.
now, you wanna if you guys want to no hold bars, like you want that popcorn movie, you want that son of a bitch movie that just kicks you in the face.
Yes.
Fuck, man. John Wick 3. Oh God, John Wick 3 kicks everybody's fucking ass. He's like Superman, but not being Superman.
It's Netflix. That's on Netflix right now. I'm gonna watch it. I'll watch it.
Is it on Netflix?
Yeah. I got John Wick 2 and John Wick 3. I've never seen John Wick 2. I've never seen John Wick 3, so I'll watch John Wick 3 tonight.
Oh my God, John Wick 3 is just action-packed. Everybody dies. He's unstoppable. He kills a guy with a book in a library. He kills people with so it's one of those movies that you want to forget about how life is shitty.
Yeah.
And you want to do to people what you see in this movie.
Yeah. I mean, everybody wants. I mean, let's just face it. Preliminal probably has the same instinct. I mean, who doesn't want to kill somebody with a blunt instrument, right? I mean, it's like kill somebody with a drum or their own shoe, like they always joke about. Imagine killing somebody with like something from a Christmas tree, like something round and soft. That would be badass.
Yeah. Now, is the movie fake? Well, yeah, because 80% of New Yorkers are all assassins. Everybody in the world's an assassin. But it's just fun. It's just fun. It's just like
John Wick. How do you spell the last name?
John Wick. The last name is W-I-C-K. John Wick 3. It stars Keanu Reeves.
Okay, I'll check that out.
There's three of them, you know, and it's just the first one is great. The second one is good, but the third one is like, we're gonna put this movie on steroids. I mean, really, it is. It's don't go and forget the storyline. It's crazy. It's nutty. He has to go to a desert to find a head person so they can stop all chasing him. I mean, he goes from New York desert back. It's just nuts. He has to cut off his own finger to make a deal. I mean, it's
It reminds me of the way you described it of Deadpool 1 and 2.
Yes, yes. But
That
actually,
was
John Wick came out before.
hilarious.
And the only reason John Wick is a retired hitman. And the only reason he came back to be a hitman again is because they killed his dog.
Yes.
Yeah, they killed his dog.
Prelim, watch John Wick 1 first.
Okay.
Watch Keanu Reeves' best. It's a little slower, but it really sets the pace for this guy's like having a shit. I mean, he had a good life. He was retired. He has a dog. Some bad apple, just a bad place at the wrong time, decided to go ahead and take it out on his dog and kill him. So John Wick goes after all these fuckers, these mafia kids, the sons of mafia bosses, and takes them out because they took out his dog. And now he loved his fucking dog.
Yeah.
And so all these mafiosos are like, you're going up against John Wick? You killed John Wick.
My favorite scene, now this is not a spoiler. It's not a spoiler. The favorite scene is not like a shooting, but the favorite scene is like when the guy who rebuilds these cars, when they steal them, he slapped that kid. And when that kid's father called him up, said, "Why'd you slap my kid?" "Your son killed John Wick's dog." And I was like, oh.
No.
Like,
he's the greatest world assassin this ever known.
He killed his dog. Now, I'll do two more on my list. Now, this one is a Netflix movie. It's not. I didn't see this at the movies. I had to put this on there. It's that Eddie Murphy one. Dolomite is my name. That is a great movie, man. If you haven't seen this on Netflix, Eddie Murphy is back. Dolomite is it's like a true story of the guy who really went out and made success and late in his life, in his late 40s and 50s.
What's it called? What's the movie?
Called Dolomite. Dolomite is my name. It's on Netflix, starring Eddie Murphy.
Okay.
Because I don't know if you ever seen the original. The original, where sometimes you watch it, it's like those old 50s where you see the camera like in the shot. Cheesy. It's like beyond cheesy, but so he made this movie where he made about this guy, but it's really inspiring because Hollywood, nobody would make a movie about how it really is.
Well, black.
I'll check that out too.
Yeah, the black protagonists. They didn't like black protagonists. Remember, there was nobody went to the theater for black protagonists, so they just didn't make any black movies. It's a sad world we live in, but it's just what it was back at that time. They're like, oh, he's a black leading man. There's no money in it.
In the movie, when he's writing his movie, he goes, "Oh, we gotta have kung fu ninja shit. Oh, we gotta have a lot of women with kung fu shit because women goes, oh, black people love women with kung fu shit." I mean, it's just crazy. This movie has really brought Eddie Murphy back, and if when you watch this movie, the same director is doing his Coming to America sequel. Because Coming to America, you're like, that's not going to be that good. An old sequel. When you see Dolomite, it's like, oh, we might got something here. Now, my last one is really a huge shock. It's not a normal temporary kind of movie you might think you're going to hear from me. I don't know if you guys ever saw Long Shot. It has Seth Rogen and Charlize Theron, that woman. It's funny. It's like that old kind of a comedy romance in a weird, twisted way where she looks down, his hard on's going through the pants. But I mean, the whole movie is charming. It's actually, it's when we saw the movies, I was just thinking, I'm taking a wife to see a romance movie, trying to, at least Seth Rogen's in it. It's got to be enough for a man to like.
Big fan. Seth Rogen.
I mean, I hate to say it. That's what you were thinking.
Yeah,
but
big
man,
fan.
And the woman Sherilyn plays she's running for president, which we're running for president. And
you're running for president.
And
I'm vice president. Prelim, you can be on the cabinet.
Where Seth Rogen's a writer, so that's a good one. But that's my list. And like I said, there's so many of them, but it's just so hard to sit here trying to think of every single one of them. But
I'm trying to think. I saw did you see Mars 1? It's a new series on Netflix. It's Mars 1.
I saw the previews, but I haven't watched it yet. I've been binging The Witcher.
I think there's a whole season already. I've only seen the first episode. I saw the preview and I saw the National Geo thing about it. And then Mars 1 itself. It was intriguing all the way through. I gotta see the second episode.
What's it about? What are they, just a new colony on Mars?
It takes place in the future, but it's based on what they foresee as being able to do.
Okay.
But there's it's I think it's really good. You might want to check it. If it's boring after 20 minutes, then just
No.
I thought it was good.
Most shows on Netflix, you have to give it 3 episodes because it's building a story. And then
and they have excellent actors. Like I really like for once, because usually Netflix, I don't agree with their chosen actors.
Oh yeah,
but this one has really cool actors. I liked.
Now to check it out.
Check it out, because the problem with Netflix is you don't know what's really on there unless you hear it from somebody else. It's not like there's so many trailers they show you.
Somebody else has to watch it first.
Right now, I'm on the 4th. Yeah. I finished the 4th episode.
I recommend that one. I don't know anything else offhand.
Like the Witcher, I'm on the 4th. I finished the 4th episode. And The Witcher is fucking good.
Yeah, I'm gonna check those out.
The Witcher, man, it's the first 3 is building. Like I said, it's a little slower, but it's building that story, and it's with no more Game of Thrones, you're kind of missing now. The Mandalorian is done, so it's like The Witcher, all right.
Well, Stranger Things.
I love that. The only problem with Netflix, it's not really a problem, but when you drop every single episode, when you binge it, then it's done. You gotta wait a whole year for more.
Yeah.
You don't so it's cool you get them all at once, but you end it quickly too.
I'm a Stranger Things fan. I like the first one because not too many people. Now I'm going to say this, but not too many people with the Mandela effect or the Mandela effect. I saw what I saw when I was watching Stranger Things. The first one, their clothes kept changing. They kept changing clothes. It was like they kept changing genre of clothes. Like every other scene is like they're wearing a different genre of clothes. You could see them change the clothes. So every shift is like they were having shifts in the movie, like the real life shifts you would have, because they would change genres. Like it'd be 80-ish looking clothes. Then all of a sudden it looked like a 60-ish or 70-ish looking clothes. And then it's like the styles kept changing. Even people don't even notice that the black kid's headband kept changing color. The camouflage.
I've only gotten through about 6 episodes of the first season. So I missed most of all of the Stranger Things. I gotta catch up on that one.
Yeah, the first season is great. The second one was okay, but the third one comes back with a vengeance.
Wraps it all together, and it's really good.
Yeah, the third one really the vengeance. Like the first mall is being built, and a lot of the
nostalgia.
Older people like us understands.
Yeah, it's nostalgia. They bring back nostalgia, like all the 80s. I don't know how old you are. I'm 49, so I'm like the 80s guy. I love 80s and 90s and some of the I love 70s, kind of the shows that moved up. So I like the nostalgia, especially the 80s stuff. They bring the 80s stuff back into it. So Stranger Things has a lot of 80s nostalgia themes to it. So that's why I kind of like it.
I like the 80s.
Are you a youngster?
No.
Well, if that's his picture right there on the screen, he looks like our age.
Let's guess here. Let's look at prelim.
55.
See?
Yeah, shit, dude. You're like okay. So if we were in high school, you would be a senior class. I'd be a junior class.
Class of 82.
There you go. So you'd be senior class. I'd be right behind you, and then he'd be in the
yeah. I'm 92.
You're 92. Okay.
Yeah, I'm 92. Now, have you guys ever get a comment from a guy named DC?
DC.
Well, this is what the guy he said about you and I, Bob.
Oh shit! Here
we go. You guys
go.
would be fantastic on a fishing show. The topics you're trying to tackle, not so much. I strongly encourage you to pursue that GED. You can do it. After all, what you lack in intelligence. So I reply back to him. I go, just so you know, my brother Robert has a bachelor's degree from University of Washington and that's not a little small little college.
No,
I got a bachelor's degree in University of Phoenix, which UW is stronger than Phoenix,
Yeah,
but
I was a postback. On top of that, I should have a doctorate. They fucking should give me a goddamn doctorate, but I didn't have no money, so I didn't pay for it.
So then he replies back, okay, sorry, that last comment was kind of mean. I'd like to come over and discuss things with you. Will your mom let us drink beer in the garage, or is she still that no friends over until you get a job? So
that's good. I like it. I like being with them.
So I'm like,
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love a good one. I like a good one.
I kept that, but he took it off. He took his comments off the channel because I wrote back and said, well, let me finish with your mom first. Once I finish with her, I need to go to the grave. I need to go to the graveyard, visit our mom, and ask her from the grave, from the dead, that if you could come over. But she says you're fine, you can. But then, I don't know if you saw when we had to go to the graveyard, because he actually took it off. Off that show, but I still have it. DC right there. So it's on my inbox. So I kept it. So
if you can go visit our mom, just bring some money with you. Bring some money.
Apparently, this one guy on the other show named Stinky Heine. Stinky Heine.
Oh, that sounds like
this guy writes the same thing on other shows because somebody else wrote to me saying this guy writes the same thing on Mike. He wrote this 3 times. He wrote, "My Mandela effect is as simple as your brain. I woke up this morning and almost fainted when I noticed the grass is now green." He wrote that 3 times. And then somebody else told me he liked that on their channel too. I'm like,
what? And shows how limited his education is. He's pretty much of a fucking idiot. I bet his mom slapped him a lot. Probably after sex. I don't know.
I'm gonna say something about the DC guy. The DC guy, when he says we should have a fishing show,
you should.
You should have a fishing show. You think
you should?
Can you imagine being on a channel fishing, talking about life?
I would love it. Oh fuck yes! Are you kidding me?
I bet our guest, our buddy here, wouldn't mind being on a fishing show with us.
I would love a fishing show. A prelim, you can come. Patrick, you guys can come on a fishing show. Oh man, we'll talk philosophy. We'll talk world. We'll talk politics.
That could be part of their montage movie.
Oh yeah. Montage.
Here's some good stuff. Mr. Comic wrote, "You had me at birth."
Is someone that me?
Show nice. I didn't get the message. I wish I was there to watch it. So that was a good one from Censor Comic. Digital Intel said, "Happy New Year's, lads." And Digital Intel, he's another guy that has a great live show. Everybody's friendly. Everybody jumps on it, and everybody's nice to each other.
Yeah.
I think it seemed like I started to get these comics when I accidentally went into that one live show where I didn't realize. I thought it was a Mandela effect community part, but they're all religion freaks from Eva. IA, the one who told me that, well, the kingdom of heaven ain't going to allow you to come in.
Okay.
Then I started to get these. I wonder if, I'm not saying somebody's coming out the army after me, but I started getting these comics after that.
Yeah, it was funny. I joke about it. People make fun of Wendy Mitchell. I bring her up all the time. They made fun of her, and I said, don't make fun of her, man, because that woman is legit. It's EYA that freaks me out. Wendy treats me, she said, "You're a disabled vet." She goes, "I'm going to treat you with 100% respect, even if I don't agree with your stuff." I said, "Thank you. That's nice." You go to EYA, she don't give a fuck if you're a disabled vet. None of them people in there care if you're a vet. They'll spit on you, man. They are psycho. I listened to her last show for the fun of it. I just want to laugh. She's so fucking crazy. She had this guy from Australia come on. I'm not going to repeat what he said because you have a family-friendly show. The guy says, we need to hang the blankie, the people of the Jewish faith, and then we need to go after the hard ends. He said the N-word. And then she cuts him off real quick. And then she's like, "Well, you just can't say the N-word." She kept repeating the derogatory N-word over and over again on her show. I'm like, "You're just as bad as the guy is." And she's, okay, I don't want to go into it, but then the sidebar is all repeating it. They're just like a bunch of Nazis, man. It's scary to go in there, but it's entertaining. Oh man, they hate me. I can't get. I've been banned from that fucking thing.
It's the guy from a channel named Space Out Productions, the one who's telling me that this flat, skinny guy that wrote that Grass is Green is writing all this on their channel too.
Oh, it's some little kid probably. He's probably some little kid. He's probably got one leg and he's angry. He's got like he can't quite wipe his ass, so he's got a little bit of like rash up and down his crack. So he's always on a computer, like sitting sideways. I hate everybody. His mom's got to come wipe his ass down with like a bucket, like a warm bucket. It makes him sit on it. It's sad people out there, man. That's probably like that guy.
Well, then this is okay. This one's is an interesting battle. Where is it?
Oh, I'm not making fun of the crippled people, by the way. I'm just making fun of that one individual. So to make sure disclaimer out there. I myself am disabled.
I'm trying to find.
Hey, how is your leg today?
Yeah, how is your leg today? Good question.
Is it okay?
I'm actually the left ankle. The left ankle is actually healing very nicely, where I could put pressure on it just fine. I do have a doctor's appointment tomorrow on the right leg.
Oh, your leg is hurt too? I was talking to Robert.
Oh,
I thought Robert was grabbed by a demon.
He hasn't watched our earlier shows about me busting out my ankle.
Oh, I didn't hear that. Okay.
Yeah, he's actually got a broken one. Mine.
I didn't know.
Mine's swollen. The left leg is still got. If I stand next to each other, the left leg is still got like water. It held water, and it's water. Where the burn mark is. Like if I move my leg around, like where the touch mark is, the skin is burned, so it's kind of shiny and crackly. And on the side of my ankle, I should search. I'm going to show you guys my leg here a little bit. I kind of hold it up if I can. I got marks all over. I can't do it, but it's got.
You should go to the clinic and have them check it out. It looks like it was grabbed.
Yeah.
Wow, that looks like something.
Yeah. So I'm not just saying things. I'm showing you guys. So yeah, whatever got my leg. And again, it's in a controlled place. There is no poisons. There is no. Nothing. It's just me in a bed, and then woke up the next day with the nightmare.
The nightmare.
Like, oh God, it got me again. This is not the first time. So
put some peroxide on that.
I got alcohol, and I've been doing a Epsom salt bath.
Okay.
Epsom salt baths and laying in there because we're being attacked on the other side. That is
intense.
More good you do in the living reality, more angry they get. So you go out preaching about getting off drugs or trying to help people out, kind of put things out as a solid message, not be an asshole. They come at you. Or somebody spellcasts. I'm kind of on the flip of a coin. I think I'm being spellcasted against. Be honest.
Well, yeah, the way those shoppers were blocking you, and then when you went, the lady that you can't remember helping all in one day. Wow.
Yeah. So but I got zappity. You know, it's happened before. I got phantom scars. I've got scars I've never had before. It's just appearing. A lot of these men.
Now, Eric, what's going on with your ankles? I missed that episode.
Well, it's not a bunch of episodes. It's I'm being real quick. Last year, I had a work injury on my right leg where I actually have a crack in the bone on top of the kneecap. That they sent you to physical therapy, but it never really superly healed. And there's they always said there's nothing they could do. But the weird thing is that leg was acting up. Especially when it gets colder, the leg never got really fixed. So one day I was carrying this big 5-gallon water downstairs in my basement for my son's water machine. And then I remember Bob told you I slid in the mud and I busted that ankle where it tore a part of the muscle in it.
Yeah.
They wrapped it. They did everything, but
Did they wrap it right?
they did. But see, this was the problem. Now your left, I have crunches.
Okay.
Now my right leg, that's not 100% perfect. I'm using that right leg to put all my pressure on because I couldn't put no pressure on the left leg, on the left ankle. And it just got worse and worse and worse to a point where I couldn't really get up because the left leg was still healing, but the right leg was like popping.
Oh.
It's just, and then last Friday I went to the doctor and he admitted it. He goes, when the last doctor said there's nothing you do and the X-ray shows a crack, I should have called bullshit on that and sent you to another place. And what's hard about that is that's work related. That's L&I insurance claims where it's not like if you have an insurance, you can just go to any place. Now I got to get it reopened to get it re-seen. And now I also have to go to see like a third party to see that I'm not making it up. And it's hard to say you're making it up. You got a crack right there. And they said the crack, there's no way the crack could heal unless they operate on it. And they never did.
Oh.
They never did because they deliberately neglected you or what? They saw it, but they didn't say anything?
Well, in the state of Washington.
Get back to work.
Yes, exactly. They don't want to pay for it because it's coming out of the work and it's coming out of the state. So to get anything approved, you got to go through freaking. It's like almost going to the VA, where they just want to give you the minimum and get you out because they don't want to spend all their money and all that on you, unless you have private insurance, which I do have insurance, but it shouldn't have to come out of my pocket.
Wow.
So I'm actually going back tomorrow, 10. I got to go X-rays again, and I got to still get the claim open or they're going to send me the bill. So it's like you can't win. You can't win. But, this is the big battle one here. Remember, Bob, we did the show with we had a guest.
If you go to the Social Security and say it's beyond your insurance, I would think, well, I don't know Washington, but in Wisconsin, it's how it works here. They would cover what you can't do.
See, it's so weird because, my wife does have insurance on me, and of course, I'm covered by the VA. So it's like sometimes they won't because, well, you got coverage here and there, but it's not about having other coverage. I shouldn't have to pay for it when the injury is work related.
Oh, it's work related. Oh, I missed that. Sorry.
Yeah. Yes, the right leg is work related, and I shouldn't have to pay a dime. But it's that's why it's hard to get anything approved because the state don't want to pay for none of it because it's work related. It's you can't win. But I don't know. I hope
you're both better soon. I mean, everyone in the community has something wrong and waiting for that to heal up and trying to just live healthy.
I'm good, man. I used to have like a death liver. I had cirrhosis of the liver. I was supposed to die.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, my fucking spine. Everything's healed, man. I just get a spiritual attacks now. I get the whammies.
I don't know if you ever watched our one video.
But Robert, you have a cat, so you should be protected from those.
You would think, right? You got a cat right here.
You have a cat, right?
Cat right. Oh no, I was attacked upstairs. I have an upstairs room. I sleep upstairs in this place, and there's no cats allowed upstairs.
Oh, no wonder. See, because if your cat was with you,
that would have been fine. But there's no cats allowed upstairs in this place. I mean, they got to clean. People got to come in and clean the upstairs with if they shit or piss in there.
I have a half rat, half rat.
I should stick a cat up there.
Yeah, you should bring the cat up there and say you need it to protect you from bad spirits or whatever it is. How do you? What is it, Robert?
See, I got a cat right here.
Yeah.
He's a good boy. He's a good boy. Yeah, I got a cat.
What do you think it is that is there a name for it, or do you just not?
I'm going to be honest with you, because I was in the military and I've studied a lot of culture.
You called it a djinn.
I called it a djinn. Yeah, so I had a djinn come at me.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the second, actually, third time. The first time was back home around 2000, I think it was 18. I was in my room, and there was a cat that lived at the house, my house. I didn't own a cat, but the cat used to live at the house, and then the lady died in the house, and she left, and then the cat kind of moved itself outside, and nobody ever took the cat away, but the cat lived outside. I tried to get it to come inside. It never came inside, so I fed it outside. So I had a cat, outside cat. The cat lived outside. Anyway, I'm sitting in my room. I had a couple of drink and a couple of smokes. So I'm debunking this. And my cat, the cat I call it, it's free, screeched like something was attacking it.
Wow.
I jump up. I run through the fucking house. I run outside, and it's pouring down rain. And I'm looking around for the cat. And the next thing you know, I'm waking up. You know,
Wow.
I went outside, and now I'm that's it. That's all I remember. I'm waking up off the mud. I'm in the mud, and I'm getting up like, what the fuck? I like got passed out or something. And there was a person that just happened to be staying at my house that weekend that I said, do not come outside. No matter what happens, don't come outside. This person's like, why? Just don't come outside. It's just, I'm having all these spiritual weird shit things happening.
Right.
Sure enough, I got back in the house, and I'm walking in, I'm just covered in mud. I'm like, what the fuck happened? And this person says, man, this is what they said. He says, you went outside, you just flopped, lifeless in the fucking mud, face down in the mud. You rolled around, and you laid there like this with your fucking face up in the mud. And me, of course, I had my hat on. So lucky it was enough where it was keeping it out of my face. And this person wanted to come out. They said, I want to come out, but you said don't come out. And so this person was just watching me painfully through a screen door going, what the fuck is he doing? And I'm just laying there in the fucking mud, kind of flopping around. And then finally, I guess I snap back into it. And I get back up. And I'm like, what happened? I don't remember what happened. And this person said, no, you just hit the ground. And I've been watching you the whole time lay there with, like, you're just looking up at the fucking rain, whatever. So I felt like I had been electrocuted that next day. My whole body was swollen up. Like, it was real red and itchy. And then the second time, of course, I was in a house down in the basement in England here, like in some old 1700s fucking house. And there was a big ass handprint, which swelled up the whole leg. It was identical to this left leg. So I knew what it is. So I got myself another attack. Just don't know what I pissed off.
How can you keep that out? I mean, a lot of people would immediately say to call on Jesus, and I know.
Oh, I'm fine. Yeah, God woke me up, like yourself. I'm not a Christian, but you're a man of faith. You know what I'm talking about.
I'm a confused Christian. I'm still trying to understand it. Put it that way.
Yeah.
I experiment with praying and
sure, I do it.
Deny it. I accept Jesus, but I still don't understand why it's this way. It just seems so. It seems. Why would it be so complicated?
Well, see, that's what I always tell people.
I agree with 100%.
Well, God, I always say what I say this to God. I'm like, why do you fucking just give us a script, man? How about a script? There's no script.
That's why my faith is so weak. It's because it doesn't really make sense. And I don't understand blood sacrifice. I don't get that.
That's all for gins. That's all for they want artificial help. That's just like getting artificial help. God's not talking to them. God's not loving them. God's talking to you because you're awake. That's how you're getting talked to. You're awake. That's why you're confused. God's talking.
Because I've studied other things. I relate to I like what Dalai Lama has to say and all various different. I try to learn something from everyone, and the thing is, I feel like that because I was brought up Christian.
Sure.
When I was taught Jesus is the only way, so it's hard to just not think that anymore. But
well, just think of Jesus.
I still have faith. I just I'm so confused.
Just think of him as like Odin, or no, think of him like Thor. I mean, Jesus is just a name. Think of him as like Thor. If he's a son of a god, then use his talisman. I got Thor's Mjolnir, the hammer here. You've got a cross. Wear the cross. It gives you strength. read it.
You and we grew up where our grandpa was a minister.
Minister, yeah, that's why we know the Bible.
You know,
Yeah.
and
That's what we
I'm
know.
kind of like you. I question things. I even question is how do we really know if Jesus is a Messiah, or could he be the best card artist in the world?
Yeah,
I'm not saying he's not real.
Like,
The man's
it's
real,
either
but
totally real or it's a big lie. So
Exactly.
I'm just like, I feel ambiguous about it. I'm frustrated, but every day it's like I study and I when I'm driving, I just talk about whatever is on my mind.
sure.
Yeah.
I mean, if you see the signs, then God's talking to you. If you see in the numbers, God's talking to you. If you know the changes in the Bible, God's talking to you. If anything, you are not like the other people. If you're awake, then God's talking to you. So you're fine. You're doing. So here's what I always tell people: do you really think you have the effect and you're awake? Yeah. Okay, then you're in God's fucking graces. So from here on out, wherever you go, you're being watched. You got somebody that's taking a liking to you. It's called you call him whatever you want. The great fucking architect has taken an interest in you because you are awake, when many, many people are not. Take advantage of that now. Now it's your turn to say thank you, do the right things, follow the right moral codes. I mean, let's not fucking there's a little bit too much on the moral code where they make people feel like they can't do anything. I mean, God is fallible himself. That's why he sent himself back as a man, right? To go through them fucking trials. So everyone learns from whatever they got to go through. So it doesn't mean you're a bad person because you do something. But, God's got your interest. He's watching you. That's all you need. People say, how do you walk around and not be afraid of shit? I go, because I know God's there. I'm not dead. I should be dead. This should be dead. And God's like, you ain't going to die yet. So I'm not walking around like Superman, like I don't give a shit. But I'm walking around knowing I'm protected. I know God's there. It's like an insurance card. It's right there. So you feel the same way.
You're someone that's faced your fears all along. Like you seem like somebody that's overcome a lot of mental block. No, that's just my understanding so far. I don't know you, but that's just the impression I get.
Well, yeah, you have too. I'm sure you have a near-death experience. I guarantee you got one. What's yours?
I haven't. No, I haven't had any out of body, or I didn't go into a.
No near death, nothing like that. No near deaths. No. Anything.
When I shifted, I was in the hospital when I first noticed the changes, but I don't remember dying. I might have.
What was it for?
For pancreatitis.
Oh shit!
Pancreas.
Were you there for a few days in the hospital?
I was for 5 days.
Now, see, now listen. We had a show about 2 shows ago about George Lucas having the Mandela effect.
I know it's serious. I'm not laughing at it. I know.
Part of the show on George Lucas' Mandela effect, I called the hospital where he was injured, where we were thinking his Mandela effect started. And I talked to the medical person who believes in the Mandela effect, but he can't give me his name because he can't have people know that. And he was telling me, remember I told you that, Bob? He told me that it's not the near death that people have that we're waking up to the world of Mandela effect. Is that sometimes when you get injured and you're in a hospital for a few days, you're not doing nothing. So the change has always been happening, but you've never been paying attention to it as much. But when you're injured, when you can't move around, you got nothing to do. So you're allowing these changes and you're finally evaluating it for the first time.
Yeah.
And it almost sounds like what you're kind of going through, where you're stuck in the hospital, that you can't go nowhere, and you're allowing yourself to have these experiences.
Well, the thing, when I shifted, I think that might have, because there was some anatomy changes. So I don't know what happened first. Did the near-death experience happen, or did my anatomy change and that caused pain, and then I dragged myself to the hospital? So it might have been one before the other. You don't know.
You don't know. That's the thing. You don't know. I joked about a true story over here. I'll make it real short. My story's real long. We were going to make a freaking right, or no, we were going to make we're making a left. We're supposed to make a left, but we're making a right. Anyway, we were going into the one direction, and we're in the freeway facing the exact different location direction. And me and the person that was driving was saying, dude, we're driving the wrong way. We just made a turn that way. What the fuck just happened? And we're facing the wrong direction. We both go, are you experiencing? Yeah, I didn't know. We're both a little bit of quiet shock. No, we just turned the other direction and we're fucking driving the other way. We must have made a turn on the other one and got hit by a truck. Something happened down that road. So now we're facing the other way. Like it did a reshift. It's just the truth. I'm like, and this person agrees, yeah, I'm freaking the fuck out because we're going the opposite direction that we're supposed to go. And we just turned in the direction we're supposed to go the other way. And now the car is facing the other way, driving the wrong way. We were really freaked out. We had to pull over from the freeway. We're like, man, I'm not crazy. No, you're not crazy. I'm not crazy. We turned right. No, we're driving left. We turned right. So we were like, okay, my mind goes, okay, so we turned right. We went down the road. Some fucking big-ass truck made a wrong turn, flipped around, smashed us up, or something happened, and now we're connected.
It sounds like that was like suddenly a quantum shift right there.
Yeah,
right when that moment of lapse.
Yeah, so you could have had that kind of situation. You don't know you died. You're not going to know. You were blessed not to have the pain of it. So you just got up and walked out of the hospital 5 days later and said, "Oh, I feel a little better."
Well, no, because what happens, what it is, it inflames, like it gets big. I don't know why, but then it, like as I was waiting, it shrunk back down to normal. So,
jeez, there it is.
I've gone back for checkups and it's still okay. So
you're probably healed, man. You're probably healed. You probably got healed. So you're being favored.
Oh, that's
you're
great.
being favored by the gods, man. Gods with an S, God with just a D. You're being favored.
Thanks.
You should walk outside. Good.
Yeah.
Well, otherwise, don't be depressed. Don't ever be depressed because you've been favored.
No, I've been feeling good about this new year. I'm like, I got my apartment cleaned up. I'm just working on basic stuff. I know what books I want to read. I've got a whole set of study course, and I got an exercise routine.
Good.
So just doing what I can. And I'm not,
pretty soon we'll get you laid.
Hey. I've been looking for her for years.
You're a grown man. Now, every goddamn grown adult has to have the others too. We got to have that other side. So you're next.
She's out there. I think she's an artist because I relate to artists the best.
Well, good for you.
I miss my hometown. I'm kind of in a city that I'm not real happy about. I kind of want to go back to Milwaukee.
Yeah.
I relate to the people there way more.
Yeah, what you want to do is focus on making yourself happy now.
Yeah, I just gotta try to enjoy medicine the best I can. It's not so bad. It's just a big difference from Milwaukee. Way different.
Yeah, go to the place that makes you the happiest too.
Yeah.
If you're in a city where it's kind of shitty, save your money, make a phone call.
That's what I've been doing. Just saving up. It's like, okay, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna even
get back.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to take off. I really appreciate your show, Eric, and thanks for being on, Robert.
Thanks.
And Patrick and I have this idea for a montage movie. Maybe with like your fisherman scene, we could somehow splice it together. We kind of want to tie it together with like a kind of with a Monty Python absurdity element, and yet serious about whatever, change something with symbolism and allegory and all that, whatever people come up with. We don't really know what it's about, so maybe that makes it kind of fun.
Well, if you want to see a fun little short movie on my channel here,
I'll look
down to the Real Ghost Hunters.
Okay,
we did
Real Ghost Hunters, and me and my co-host here, we made a little small horror movie.
Yeah,
I gotta look for that. Okay.
He got possessed by a sexual doll.
What's the title?
The Real Ghost Hunters.
Okay, I'm gonna look for that.
You scroll down, you'll see a yellow background of me and him with the skull in our hand.
Okay.
You made that movie.
Awesome. Hey, because I think I won't talk about it. I don't want to say anything about that because we don't know what it is yet, so it's up.
We're doing the same thing. We're going to be doing. I'm going to be coming back the States pretty soon. We're going to be working on do you want to do a 2-hour movie, Eric? You said a 2-hour movie.
Next time you have to come back down because your visas.
Well, I gotta come back.
You and I, we're not gonna do a 10-minute movie. We're gonna film a full length.
Yeah.
Our own.
I know that you could make that interesting. I know that. Yeah, I'll definitely watch that. Well, I'm gonna look for the ghost hunters. I'm off to the store. Thanks, you guys. I'll talk to you later.
See you later.
Later.
And if anybody else wants to jump on, just scroll up to our link, and you can click on just like he did. He went up to the link, he just clicked on. Message from Censored Comic. I hope I hopped on and saw you guys were live. I was expecting to hear chickens in the background. Yeah.
Oh man, yeah. I was hoping to have chickens in the background, but your mom couldn't make it, man.
Oh.
Your mom couldn't make it, man. I'm sorry. I was hoping she'd show up, but I left her some money for the fucking taxi.
Yeah, so. I like Censor. He's a good guy. He leaves good, fun comments. I see Patrick is still on. Patrick, confused about religion. Everybody's confused about religion. How my hotel stay? Hotel stay was good. It was fun. My wife kept saying that she misses the kids more. So, it is what it is. And all that. Now, I want to go into this big battle right here. There's a big battle right here.
Oh, yes. What is that one? What is this?
The battle is we did an episode and with our other guests. Now, this ain't about if you believe our guests or not. This is just about this story here, about this person, not with us. We had Cynthia Sue Larson on our show, and one thing I'm going to give Cynthia credit on that she comes, checks the comments on the show.
Oh, good.
Other people make comments, she makes comments, right?
Good.
Because she gets comment, right? And it became almost a battle where this guy, I don't know if you ever heard of him. He's called E-Drum 100. You ever heard of E-Drum 100?
I don't know, but he sounds homosexual. Is he gay?
Well, first of all, he goes, whatever you believe a person or not, this person goes, Larson's a liar. So that's what he said. So I text him back. I go, may I ask you what part she is lying about so I can do my research? What part do you disagree with? So, I was just asking a simple question. What part do you disagree with? And I wasn't trying to be mean or nothing. It's just we people might believe us. Some people might not believe all our stories. It's fine.
I'm not a new ager. I disclaimer. I'm not a new ager, but new agers still have a fucking. They still have a damn heart. They cry when you hurt their feelings.
This is what he said. This is what the battle he goes. She said that the Mandela Effect conference was really crowded. When the video shows a lot of empty seats, with hardly anyone there, so narcissistic and to lie that when anyone could look. Best-selling authors don't have to go on YouTube to sell their books either. Now, I wrote something about that, but the next one came from Cynthia herself. I don't recall ever having said the conference was really crowded, and she didn't. She never told us how crowded it was. There's no need for me to exaggerate about that, but she never mentioned. She told us it was in Idaho, because I never knew there was I didn't know there was a conference in the first place. I was impressed. We got a turnout. We did in a short notice. I have always been heartened to see how many people would have attended had there only been known about it. And we mentioned that we didn't know about it. We might have went. Who knows? HBO attended our conference, so there will be 2 professional videos, documentaries about it, which is cool. And YouTube now. And then, before I read hers, I wrote to him that I'll check for an info. I love the information. But Cynthia goes, Gypsy Road, the channel name is Mandela Effect Conference International. It'll be a while before all the videos of the 6 talks of conference are posted. But hopefully they will begin posting sometime soon, which is cool. And then she wrote, it gets better than this, trust me. Regarding how authors sell books, most authors these days really do have to go wherever people are who might want to know about their books. Okay.
Correct.
Okay. Now,
they have to go find. I mean, if this is the audience show and it's a small group of fucking people, It's a Mandela effect. The people are very, very small. The actual ones who actually have it
Now,
are very small, and so those are the ones that if you're going to appeal to them, then you got to go to the smaller shows.
this is where the guy starts becoming a jerk. Sue Larson, stop lying. I have a good friend who wrote a book, selling book. What is wrong with you? Of course, everybody has a friend selling books. Of course,
everybody has a friend selling books.
He wrote, Sue Larson. Oh, please stop things so literally. You're such an excuse making little phony. Now I wrote. Thank you very much. Oh no, that's her. No, I wrote. Cynthia, you are 100% correct. I told her there is a band that we follow. Social Distortion. At one time, they would never, ever, ever go on a late show. They don't do that, but because albums and books don't sell like they used to because of piracy, people are stealing it. He has to go on a late show now, which he did because. You have to promote your own stuff now because studios and book companies they'll publish it, put it on like Amazon. They might put little articles, but they're not gonna try to sell it. They just don't. And then of course she wrote, she thanked me for that information. But then this guy, I tried to answer his first question. Now he said like the seats are empty now, the conference they're having is not full. And I said, well, Comic-Con, and I wrote Comic-Con started in 1970 by a few stores who got together in a garage and had boxes, and they only had up to 100 people. Now, that's 1970. It wasn't until 2000, like 2005, 2010, where it started to become a phenomenon. Where now they got over 160,000 people. Now that took 30 years to get that big. Now
a handful of nerds that hung in there the whole time.
This guy, he wrote millions of comics are read. A straw man argument. No. It's not a straw argument. See, this is where I can tell this guy's a young person. So there was a time that only way you're able to read comic books if you're a kid. You could not tell people you read comics as a grown-up because if you were 20 years old and told people that you read comics back in the day, they look at you like, "What are you, child? You're garbage. You don't read comics."
I got comics.
Yeah, but back in the they don't see. You can tell this young because back we were young. We were 18 or 20. You can't tell people you read comics. They look at you like, God, you're worthless. So it wasn't now where it's more accepted.
Yeah, I love comics.
You can tell where the guy is, and then
he's a jerk off.
Yeah, and then he wrote,
he's still off his mama's titty. If you smell the guy's breath, he still smells like his mama's titty milk.
Well, this is what he wrote. He goes, Gypsy wrote, people say that she's a best-selling author. Besides comparing books to record sales in a straw man argument again, what community Mandela effect crap have been on YouTube for years and have 266 views? You're another one who can't remember to spell words and officiate in Mandela morons. Go back to school, learn to spell, and learn what a run-on sitting is. Now, first,
he's a fucking idiot. And when the shit goes down the pike, that's the little bitch that's gonna come running up with fucking. She's just gonna have like feces in his fucking pants. Help me! I wish I would believe you guys.
Tarzan effect. This is the people who are behind emails, behind phones. That all they really are a bunch of Tarzans.
Well, they can't face
Jane because Jane is tougher than most men and women. This guy is a donkey ass because there should be a school on how to be a human, on how to communicate, how to have a good conversation. Jumping on people, saying they're idiots. You don't have to agree with everybody's idea. You don't have to. You can say, hey, I appreciate what you're saying. I don't agree with it, but I appreciate what you're saying.
I enjoy not agreeing. because it makes it helps me scratch an itch. So if I had a room where everybody fucking agrees with each other, it's pretty quiet. Nobody fucking. I gotta literally just be an asshole to punk someone just to get like some kind of reaction. I want to disagree with someone. Please disagree with me. I love debating a little bit. So this piece of shit though. My God, he sounds like I have a glass of water, man.
Yeah, and I appreciate her jumping on and defending herself.
And they know I debunk, and they know I'm not a new ager, but she was a wonderful human being, and she came on the show. We treated her nice. I mean, it's her world, man.
And
she can write about what she wants. She can write about anything if she believes something. She go ahead and write about it.
If we're morons, then what is he doing listening to us?
And she's not telling anybody she's Jesus Christ. Now, I can see if you guys have a false prophet running around like that fucking Olsen, whatever guy, and some other fucking false-ass guru telling people they're going to fucking take people to fucking God based off their magical and their words. Screw that cocksucker. But if someone that says, I can benefit, I can do something and help you and benefit you just by a couple of basic fucking suggestions, who cares? I could write a hell book and tell people, hey, read this comic. This will help you out. Listen to this song. This will help you out. This helps me out. This would help you out. If it helps me out, it might help you out.
If you don't like it, don't listen. If you don't like it, don't listen to us. Now, here's a text. I just hopped on to see if Garrett was fired yet. Oh, Garrett from the Dallas Cowboys. He should be fired. And still nothing. What days are you on live? I'll see if I can slot some time to rap with you guys in the near future. Well, we're on our normal shows every Tuesday at 11. That's our normal show. Thursday and Friday is just a crapshoot. I felt like there's some things I wanted to talk about, and I sent you an email and said, hey, I'm gonna jump on at 11. So today and tomorrow is always just, hey, for free, we'll just have a show. But Tuesday we always have one. Yeah. So Tuesday at 11, and I always put the link in the chat for anybody to jump on. We had somebody jump on, which was cool. Because it's nice to get a perspective for somebody else.
Yeah.
And I could tell that guy follows you because he knew about your leg. I thought he was talking about my leg.
I forgot about. Yeah, I was like, somebody was concerned about my leg. Yeah, I showed it on camera. It's pretty fucking fat. It's going down, though. It's going down. I was able to walk the long distance the other day just to try to get the water to flow out of it. But, hey, man, in this fucking wacky-ass whatever world we're living in, fucking Orion Spur fucking planet, shit happens, man.
So did you have a crazy New Year's? Anything weird happened that night?
No, just we watched a little bit of the show and I fell asleep. Now I watched Downtown. Now there's a big conspiracy behind it, but I see it's true. I believe it's true. There's the what they call it, the Ferris wheel. They have a big. Now another guy is Matt from Quantum of Con Science. Fucking cool dude, smart as fuck. Had kind of had a running theory about the everybody has these Ferris wheels. It looks like the all-seeing eye. Now the all-seeing eye is pretty much on everyone's tattoo, on everyone's fucking t-shirt. Everyone's doing the all-seeing eye symbol. Boop, boop, everyone's playing the all-seeing eye. I'm just catching up to it because I ain't from here. I'm from fucking Orion's goddamn or a Sagittarius arm, and I'm here on Orion Spur. And so he's had his theory about that fucking Ferris wheel, that big ass circle. And sure enough, I'm watching the London fireworks show, and he make the Ferris wheel look like an eye with eyelashes. They were doing an explosion on the inside like a circle, and they had the things going out like eyelashes. It's the all-seeing eye. And so that's fucking right there. Matt from Quantum of Con Science is correct. The dude nailed it. And so I went ahead and looked at the ones from New York and even Seattle has one. Remember how Seattle, it popped up? It's like, when the fuck did they get it? I knew they were going to get one, but it just out of the blue, like magically, of course they could have just built it. We were down there to watch them. But there it is in Seattle too, the big ass, huge round Farrago, or that big old huge round, And I'm sure they had the same kind of fucking fireworks show based off it. I wonder if they had the same eye coming out.
No, the fireworks show, they do it at the Space Needle, but there was so much wind and rain this year. They only did a light show with the Space Needle. The fireworks, they had they couldn't do it because it was sort of a safety thing that they're
Okay,
afraid all the fireworks were going to fly everywhere else. It was very windy that day. It was very cold. So actually this year going to a hotel was actually a blessing because it was just too nasty out there to enjoy yourself, to go anywhere.
Yeah. Well, did you have one out at Des Moines, right? Off the pier? Like
New Year's, they don't do nothing on New Year's.
Wow.
It's only in Seattle.
You know, back in my time, in my timeline, me and Veda, I remember down in Des Moines, they had a huge fireworks show they used to have all the time. This was back in the millennium, around the 2000s, whatever, the thousands, whatever. They used to have a nice little. You could see them from Captain Crunch.
I thought of you. And my daughter likes the peanut butter crunch, so I wonder on the peanut butter crunch, they just put the word "cap" just because it's the peanut butter crunch.
They put cap. It used to be Captain. The entire word Captain. CAPTAIN, Captain, or whatever. Captain Crunch.
I grabbed this for you.
Thank you. I would want to eat that. They don't sell that in stores here. There's one store in the mall that sells American candy, and that box is $10 in that store. It's $10 in that store. I think I got one here. I think I kept
peanut butter one. Is that your favorite?
Yeah. I'm a big Captain Crunch fan. In fact, someone's going to grab me my box, but it's about 5-6 months old. But I wrapped up the inside, so hopefully it's fresh. We'll see how it comes out. Captain Crunch, Captain. So you're still having that? I just woke you up with the with the Cheese Whiz, with the old. Remember the aerosol can version of Cheese Whiz? It's no longer. What are you talking about? It's always been pour out. I said, no, you never poured out Cheese Whiz. You fucking aerosol canned it. Cheese Whiz. They're like, no, there's a different brand that has the aerosol can. No, Cheese Whiz had the Cheese Whiz. No, it's not. No, Cheese Whiz was never aerosol. Oh, here we go. Kevin Crunch. Hey, you want some Captain Car? This is the Ryan Spur offering. One Ryan Spur offering another Ryan Spur fucking cereal. Hi, you want Captain Car? Want Captain?
We need to get these two Captain Crunch together.
Yes. Captain, and even his chin. I don't know what the fuck that's about. His face looks different. He looks way different. I don't even know if it's good.
The question is, what's better, the peanut butter one or the plain one?
I don't know if these are fresh, dude. I'm gonna try.
Let's see if you die. You already died a couple times, so maybe you won't die.
No. They're all. I'm just gonna keep the box. I'm gonna take the Captain Crunch. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm not an asshole, so I'm taking this Captain Crunch and I'm going down to the canals. The canal systems where the ducks and the animals are, the birds, the fowl are. I'm going to give them Captain Crunch. I'm going to be giving Captain Crunch to the fowls at the in Manchester Canal Systems.
Do you know what cereal box you should never buy because nobody eats it? I'm using it to put my mic on.
What's it? Star Wars cereal?
It's horrible. I didn't know. She bought one before. Nobody eats it. So I just use it to put my stand on because nobody eats it.
It's like a soft. It's like
It's really selling. They're really selling bad product using the name because nobody eats the cereal. Tyler, you like the Star Wars cereal? Why haven't you have it? We bought it for you. You don't like cereal. You don't like cereal. This is yours.
I remember learning to read from the back of a cereal box, man. You would sit at the table. And they say, how do you know it's Captain Crunch? It's always been Captain Crunch. Because I'd sit at the table and I would read the back of the box with all the cool trivia shit. And then I'd turn around and stare at the captain. And I used to dream about being on the ship. Then I joined the fucking Navy and I became a badass. My balls exploded.
Back in the day, you used to get some cool toys.
Oh, back to get toys. You used to get toys in the cereal box, man.
What cereal box was it in that movie 1941.
Oh, he got a compass.
1941 where he gets on the submarine and inside the cereal box was
he had Cracker Jacks. And Cracker Jacks.
Oh, Cracker Jacks. What the cereal? It was Cracker Jacks. And it had a compass in it.
Yes, he had a compass because the Japanese ship that came to invade Hollywood, because there had never been an invasion on American soil, the actual mainland soil, with the exception of Hawaii. But now we have 2 invasions on American soil, one from the Nazis and one from the Japanese. Have you ever heard of that invasion, Eric, on American soil? You ever heard about the Nazis invading?
I know Hawaii.
Well, yeah, that's all you know. But did you know that the Nazis also fucking blew up? I guess it was the Statue of Liberty, parts of it and shit like that.
I don't remember that one.
They blew up some armories and shit. Yeah, some Nazis. It never happened in my timeline. The same thing in Oregon. They had these fucking bomb balloons. These balloons from Japan floated over with explosives. It killed a kid. I never heard of no fucking balloons and goddamn no. No balloons here from fucking Japan. But that movie, that says it right there. That movie, they're the first invaders ever. And the movie says it right there. They're the first ones to invade America, but they wouldn't invade Hollywood.
And that movie does not get credit. People do not credit. They always say this one is Steven Spielberg's worst movies. I'm like, John Belushi was freaking awesome. Flying that airplane.
1941 is the best movie Steven Spielberg ever made for me.
That was such a fantastic movie. John Belushi was an awesome pilot in the movie.
John Belushi, all the fucking actors.
Dan Aykroyd.
And yeah, there were just so many good actors in that movie. It was just,
it was good. I don't know why that movie never got the credit it deserved. I just don't get it. But well, I gotta go do what we call a recycle garbage run. I gotta go take it down real quick. So I'm gonna be ending the show. So if anybody who is new to the channel enjoyed it, we actually do a show every Tuesday at 11. We did it at 11 because it's just easier. Because 10 o'clock, 10:30 was always cutting it too close.
Yeah.
We did it at 11, and Thursday and Friday is just if one of us has free time, we just jump on and we'll send an email saying, "Hey, I'm gonna jump on. You're more than welcome to."
You're doing one tomorrow, right?
I'm still doing one tomorrow. Yeah, just for fun. Just and those are just because I like our last one where we just talk about whatever anybody wants to talk about. There's no subject. Usually Tuesdays is we kind of come up with the subject timeline and we just go off on it.
Yes. And if you audience members out there want to come on, I know a lot of you people that watch, you're just embarrassed. You don't need to show your face.
No.
You don't just have this fucking picture up. I don't care if you have a big old picture of a cock sitting there. I don't give a shit as long as you're a good person. Come on there and put something funny up there. Put
the link up for anybody. So, Mr. Comic, you want to jump on next Tuesday? Go for it. We can have up to 5 people on here. We'll have 5 people.
Yeah.
Because we just love the conversation.
I don't mind at all.
Well, okay. Well, I'll see you later. And then tomorrow I'll probably jump on around the same time. You want to come on? Go for it.
Yeah, I'll hang on. You just hang up the phone here, and then I'll just hang out afterwards to talk to you.